Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, in Monza. I'm quickly going to share the live stream. So, them dicks know that we're live. Yes. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in Monza, in Italy, for round number 9 in the Vgpr Championship, going into Tier 2. We are here for our sprint weekend in Monza, as we have 18 drivers today that will try to set the fast lap in this SQ1 session. I'm joined by my co-commentator, which sadly you won't be able to hear, but it's Benji. So yes. It's gonna be one of the first to go out of the drivers. I think it's one of the McLarens actually. So new signing, Leclerc has joined McLaren on a race loan. He's one of the first drivers out of the garage today, with behind him Lexi in the Vgpr. Sprint weekend of Monza, of course, as it will be Lexi, the Frenchman, go past. I'm quickly going to discuss this a bit easier. But yeah. Lexi on the medium tires, as we see right now. We see a couple of drivers who chose for the medium run and will end with the soft run. We have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers on the softs, and the rest are all on medium. Lexi will be the first of many drivers. Instead of lap time, we'll watch with him. Of course, we will watch with him on board for now, going down the main straight. Of course, going down to turn 1, heavy braker zone. It's better to brake earlier than later, but Lexi brakes kind of nails that section. It goes a little bit wide on the exit though. Takes too much curve. We see Charleston in the background driving it in as well. Lexi, one of the few drivers actually in Tier 2 who drives with no assist. Alongside him is Ruben, which is also a very good driver. 26.7, and I think the Aston Martin behind him goes faster. But Lexi, we'll see what Lexi will do. We'll keep driving aboard with the Frenchman in the V-Car. Reminds you of Pierre Gasly in his good old-fashioned AlphaTauri days. Because of course the V-Car will transfer into a beautiful white car. It could take more exit speed going down into the Lesmos. Battery all open, DRS open, around 340 kph. We will enter this straight. Goes deep in Ascari. That will cost him maybe 2/10. Keep it in 6th gear there. It's way faster to keep it in 6th than to keep it in 5th. That is something that I've learned in my trials going around this circuit in time trial and also in qualifying, practicing. Down to Parabolica we go. As it will be the last corner. ERS is empty for Lexi, but across the line he will go for a set. 19.9 will be the benchmark for them to beat, as Charleston goes fastest with a 19.0. A very good lap time from him. As Charleston, lap time from him, but Charleston cuts the track. But if that's to get time, it will be as Leclerc is 5 and also very slow indeed. see CJ climb to P2. We see Steffi Boy climb to P4. Godzilla, Gaming Godzilla is now into P7. As JC goes P5. Yeah, little brother. As we see the rest. IC is P3 with in the 190.7. And Connor cuts the track, and this will be a warning for him, because this is not allowed. Idiot. Because Game Legend goes 9 fastest with a 21.0. And yeah, what Connor did is not acceptable. So if he's willingly cutting track to get past, that will be, if that's, I will report this myself, because this is just utterly bullshit that he does this. It's not allowed. Never is allowed. Yeah, there's issues. There's issues with Charles. Yeah, letting people go by. I think he has a 0 fuel. Or does he? No, I think he does. No, I think you can't rev that hard while going. As Jacob goes third fastest. As we'll quickly watch with the tire compounds, and the medium runners are both fastest. Jacob not having too best time right now, but still the rest of tier 2 have coming quickly. But remember, the grip in an SQ session is better than in a normal qualifying session. So we see there Jay, yeah, that's one of the Sauber drivers. And he just validated going to the last most, but he also used a lot of a battery. Ruben is on the lap right now, watching board with him for a bit, going down to Ascari. Goes a little bit deep purple, 6-2 for him. We'll see what he can do with his medium tires. Best part is, we'll see what he can do. I think his time will be around to 120, maybe 119 high, but we'll see what he can do. Ruben has been consistent in season 1, but he won in a sprint previously in season 1 at Monza. But will he be able to do it again though? The 120.5, that will put him P12 behind Leclerc, his old teammate. But we'll see what will happen. CJ is up in the top. Very good for him, not showing the best performance in Zandvoort, as both Red Bulls are still consistent in 3 and 4. Yeah, Joey will go into his lap right now. As we see Jay-Z in the background, he's currently P10. As we see the Williams gonna be park on the grass. CJ, is CJ boxing? Yeah, it's boxing. I think some drivers will go on for the final runs. What happened there? Out of Lesmo 1. Joey not winning too much, only a 10th up on this PB. So we'll see what will happen going to the Lesmo. Braking a lot, and still going wide. The setups are not. Job is on the lap, he's purples, and he validates going into Ascari. It's not good. Maybe he has to recharge and go again, but if he's smart, he goes into the pit lane. Tries to go again. I think Joey's behind him. Yeah, Joey's past him. He doesn't have any ERS to use it all in the previous sectors, which will cost him a lot of battery. Abner going 50, yeah. As what Joey will do, Joey will go into the pits. As Glow Klatsi, one of the. He needs another invite. I will quickly invite him. Yeah, I think the best part is, I think the smart part is to keep going, but he will not be able to sit. This is his final lap then, as he needs to nail this then, otherwise he won't. Yeah, and he abandoned it. No, yeah, if he has enough fuel, maybe he can make another lap, but tire wear is pretty harsh on Monza, on the soft tires. Charles are out right now on the softs. as Chark is in the garage as we speak. Going, oh, no, sorry, I was expecting, I think that's one of the Ferraris. I think that's the results. What do you mean? No, I always have to stream, so that's no worries about that. See, Joppe, your previous winner in Zandvoort, is down in 17th. Not being able to set a lap. I think he's charging a battery for a new lap. I think that will be the case, but Charlester will go on to his lap right now. We'll ride more with him. He is the leading driver now. He has a Haas beside him, but that doesn't make him worry that much going down into turn 1. Takes it pretty nicely. See what he can do. And of course, in the tail 1 race, we had tricky conditions where it wasn't wet enough for inters, but also not dry enough for slicks. But right now, we're going a little bit too much off the curb going to turn 4. Now we're on to the Lesmos. And he abandons it. Charles abandons his lap and will go again. And that's the Haas. Beginning with his lap right now is trying to get the slipstream of one of the drivers in front of him. He's on the soft tires. Takes too much curb in the first apex. Going to the chicane. Yes, lets him by nicely. So we'll see what will happen with them. 8 people on the stream. Welcome to the stream. So Icy is 1.5 tenths up on his personal best, but he needs he needs around 8 tenths to get close to Charles's medium run. Wider, that's an invalidation. Icy invalidation. We'll turn off the battery. We'll have to go again. As the rest, also CJ and Jacob, are very close together. I think this will hinder them, especially CJ, because he has the worst traffic, because he's right behind. And his teammate Leclerc is also on the lap. Leclerc is also on the lap, but we'll see what they will do. I will ride more with Leclerc as we speak right now. And Joppe, yeah, I think Joppe is also on the lap, but this yellow is going into this section. Cars going slow, Leclerc nailing this, but it's a validation. Oh, Leclerc letting them boss, but he has 30 seconds to make it across the line. Otherwise, he will not set the lap time, and it will remain with a 120.3. As somebody goes, Joppe goes 9th fastest with a 9th fastest. But that will be end for Joppe, as Steffi is validated, but he can maybe go again. Oh, from in the background, that is Ruben, I think. Ruben, yeah, Ruben retired. I saw him in the background. I think if we see, yeah, you see him there, standing there still. The poor guy can't catch a break. And we saw him in the background going off. I couldn't switch him. I thought it was Ferrari for a minute, but it wasn't. Leclerc is done with qualifying. We see Gaming Zone Joe is done, but he is not done extra quite. We see Mercedes there driving very recklessly, taking out the braking boards actually. As Joey, oh, that's near the foundation, that is on the limit. But the crosslight Shark is now 2nd fastest. Joe goes 8th fastest. We see IC is on the lap. Carnaby is 3rd fastest. CJ is 2nd fastest. Very good lap for him. Charlester is not gonna improve. He's gonna pull into the pit lane. Laxi is still pushing. He may be the one to knock off Charlester off the pole and maybe take his maiden pole like he did in Silverstone. It's the French driver in Monza. It's maybe Pierre Gasly all over again in this country on this track. A track Pierre Gasly loves so much. But we'll see what Laxi can do. The other Frenchman across the line, he will go. It's not for P4, a very solid lap time for him. That will put him ahead of the rival team. But as Joppe is going across the line, as that will be it for qualifying. As Charlester takes pole for the sprint race and Charker takes P2 with also I forgot who was P3. It was Carnaby. And Carnaby taking P3 and Charlester on the medium tire taking pole. A very good lap time for him. That will actually, for the first time, people with the lap with a medium tire taking pole. But we'll see what will happen in sprint, because remember, qualifying is not everything. It's a sprint that matters. With the top 10 will get points if they finish in the 9-lap race around Monza.
Charles the pole on medium.
Alright, I need to have the other clip as well, real quick, as we go. Lights out for sprint in Monza. As the formation lap will go on the way, it's the Aston Martin on pole. As yesterday, it was the Red Bull of Michu, who was on pole position for the sprint, who sadly disconnected mid-sprint race and dropped down the order. As Gies won the sprint race, of course, it's Gies. Who else would win, sadly? Hey, some good driving will show here. But remember, it's not always the best drivers can win the race. Charlester from pole with CJ. Gonna get one of his best qualifying starts, actually. It's probably season 1. Gonna be getting close to pole again, but not yet so far. Lexi down in P4, but I think all the drivers will be on the medium tires as we speak. Everyone's on the mediums. No pit stops will be made today unless somebody has critical front wing damage. But for now, it will be a one-stopper and a sprint to the line as Charles is tapping on the gas, trying to get as fast as possible with the first lap, which will cold his tires pretty badly. But remember, Monza, very tricky track to overtake actually, due to the DRS trains that follow. It's difficult for the car behind to overtake if the car had as DRS. One of your best shots is to overtake down going in on the straight into turn 1. And also going into Paris-Boudica is also not too bad of a place to overtake. Charles the weaving and trying to get the rest of the drivers to follow. As the rest also will park up Abdomen, getting also very good qualifying in P7. Don't forget about it, Ferrari in their home Grand Prix P8 and P15 after they took the win. Going back to season 1 where Steffi Boy won in the Ferraris, now in the Williams seat. Down in P12 as Joppe, the previous winner in Zandvoort, had to poor qualifying in Zandvoort and started with wheel issues. And CJ is disqueued after parking in the wrong spot. But we'll see Ruben parking the car. As the rest of the bit, as Clone also, Clone will park in the final spot. I think he did it perfectly. As it will be with Charlester, but we'll see what will happen as 5 red lights will go on for 9 laps in the sprint race around Monza. It's lights out and away we go. As we see, I think everyone getting away well, but it's Carnaby with the best start. As we see some people lagging in the background, but CJ is lagging, Carnaby is lagging, Carnaby having the best start, CJ dropping back quite a bit, going to turn 1. No front wings are taken yet. As we see Lexi spinning around on the curbs with also Ferrari and colliding with him. But Charlester has the best of it as Carnaby is also as Lexi falling back in the grid. Charlester keeping his lead. Carnaby going to P2. CJ down to P3. Both Red Bulls. As we see Joppe making up plates as well. Joppe spinning half. Going to the 3rd and 4th corner. But for now, I think nobody has damage. Lexi, one of the worst. As Lexi falling back. As Joppe has damage. I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. But he just had a very poor start. We'll see who at the front. Oh, we see somebody in the background. Top G going wide in Ascari as JV already a 3-second time penalty. That's not good, especially in the first opening leg up the sprint. We'll watch with the background. Leclerc up to P12 already. As we see the rest in the background. Lexi going up, moving down to P15 as Jay, I think maybe has front wing damage because he's struggling out there. No, he hasn't, but he's falling back. Charles, the fast lap, is now leading the pack as all the rest going down the main straight. As what an opening lap we had here, Jesus Christ. Lexi's fighting like crazy with the Haas, with the Mercedes of Joppe. Your previous winner is Zandvoort as the Mercedes, as Joppe and Lexi are fighting like crazy, and Joppe gets past him, going to Les Moran. Very nice overtake as Leclerc the defense from JC, and both Fries now into P10 and 11. Fry losing some places, but the rest are going to be history as we have this beautiful camera angle here from all the drivers going through Ascari as Chark is behind Carnaby, but Carnaby also steers from the guy in front of him, which is Charlester. So we'll see what will happen right here and right now. Going on to the main straight, it will be Charlester who needs to defend from a hungry Carnaby who wants that first position. And I see with the fast lap, that will be a point for him at the end of the race if he keeps it up. Gonna be staying behind as we see Icy trying to go around the outside, and Icy makes it stick. What an overtake from the Red Bull driver, going past CJ around the outside in turn 1. You normally don't see that. CJ was cautious on the brakes, but CJ is not letting his up with 5. We see yellow in the background. I think that's Game and Godzilla who spun, but Icy is on the hunt and he does it down the inside and Carnaby make contact, but Icy does make it a move. And you can't argue with that. Icy on the hunt for that victory. Very good overtaking from him. As CJ drops back. Carnaby as well. Adam is behind. Jacob is also. But the rest. Steffi is struggling back there. Ooh, a little bit of wobble of him. Little bit of wobble of Steffi. At the exit of Lesmo 2. If somebody sends in a car, you're kind of an idiot. And Carnaby has a 3-second time penalty. And he's finding wheel to wheel with Icy. Some very good battles. But yeah, Carnaby is losing places. Carnaby falling down the horn, and Evan is trying to go down the inside on him, and he doesn't have damage yet. But Jacob is also getting the best of him. Carnaby not having the best. I think he uses all his battery. Yeah, it's not too good for Carnaby as he loses out to Jacob, and now we're going 5 wide almost. Down the straight as keep your front wing intact, guys, as it will be. As we see a little bit, I think there was a little bit of dirt. As we see, I think cars in the background as well, as Leclerc gets past Ferrari fan for the final points. As JC is lagging a little bit, ghosting. Oh, Lexi losing in the same place as Sanded as I did as well in the sprint. Not the best curve to hit. But Joppe is now down. Top G Steffi are still fighting over there. Joe is holding up the pack as it's now a 3-second gap to the lead. Charlester is now pulling away from the rest. Chark is in P2. Charker with a wobble going through Ascari and not losing a rear, which is very impressive. Icy is now behind him, trying to find a way as in the bottom of the field they all switch places. It's very good. But yeah. Yeah, Icy is now gonna attack. Is now going to attack Charker. Abdomen also getting past Jacob, trying to get past. As Icy down the inside makes it lovely, and Charker maybe tries for the switchback. It will not happen, and Icy places his car very good. As we watch with the background, as Carnaby is also falling back a little bit. Steffi is behind him. Steffi is now ahead of the Haas. As also the Ferraris are trading positions. It's not what you want to see as the Ferrari team principal actually. But Ruben is trying to get past his teammate. The Englishman versus the Dutchman. He will try and make a little bit of contact. I think Ruben TP'd back there as Fryman goes on the grass and his teammate tries to go past him, going to Lesmo 1. He does it. Joppe down the inside and he makes it stick. Joppe taking advantage of the Ferrari discomforts and trying to get past, and he does it. The Belgian driver getting past the Dutchman and now is hunting the Brit of Ruben in the Ferrari. But now around the outside, going to Ascari. He makes it stick way too much overspeed for him. And Joppa moves up to P11. Leclerc's on the back of Top G as well as we speak. There's a little bit of a train. We'll watch this beautiful camera angle on board with Top G as well. One of the drivers who has been in this league for eternity. Driving till Australia Season 1. He was a McLaren driver for a brief moment until he got picked up again. But I think Top G is missing a front wing end plate. Down the straight we go. We see the top 6 fighting there for the places. And now it's going to be sprint race. Going at front wing end plate. Oh, Joppe fighting fiercely against the Ferrari in the background. We see that happening as we see Leclerc going past and also some other drivers finding the way on to going into turn 1. And Leclerc getting past Joe up to P9. That's 2 points. Carnaby, Jacob are fighting, going through the chicane, and Carnaby has to take a little bit of tap of Carnaby on the back of Jacob. But that will not hurt him in any ways, gladly, as Top G is fighting with that front wing. But to be fair, oh, that's a Ferrari. Ferrari friend in the gravel, in the same place where Lexi lost it. Same with JZ, I think. As we see, one of them has, one of the clone. Yeah, clone have multiple warnings for time penalties right now. Same goes for Finn. It's gonna be also a free second. Charleston just pulling away at this point. He's dominating the field. Charleston, the Swiss rocket as we call him here in tier 2, of course. But yeah, as we see yellow sector 3, and that is I think that's JC. Yeah, that is no. I think who is that? I don't know what's happening in the background, but. And now the inside he goes in Ascari and in Ascari. Going into Paribolica, very good move from him. Charleston still leading away with 3.4 seconds gap, but the fight is still on with P2 for them. 9 points they will get at the end of the Grand Prix. Adam is also fighting for his very first podium. As we see, Leclerc retired. What happened with him? He's down there. Yes, did he? Did he? I don't know what happened with him, but I think he got taken out by somebody. Yeah, yeah, somebody took him out. I don't know what happened with him. He was in the points. Sad to see him go on this McLaren debut, but I think his teammates will avenge him with a podium place. As now it's in a 3 second, ultimate 3 second time penalty that will ruin him fighting for his podium. As we see also the other cars in the background, Icy will watch this beautiful overhead shot. Ferrari fan, 3 second time penalty for multiple track limit violations. But yeah, Icy will have a great shot to overtake CJ. On the main straight we see yellow and I think it's Clone. Ooh. That's Gamer Legend. Banana going off one of the Mercedes drivers. As Admin trying to go down the inside. CJ losing 2 places on 1 straight. And he doesn't want to be behind Atman because Atman has a 3 second time penalty. But CJ is trying, but Atman blocks him. As rather than retired from the session, he does it in the pit lane. So I think that is good. So that will. No, he's on the straight, so that's another issue. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, but we have 1 more lap to go, and Atman is ahead of Charco. But I think Charco would rather be ahead of him because Atman has a 3 second time, but so he can hunt down Lexi. But if he overtakes, if Lexi, gets overtaken on straight, I think will he try to do it here? It is very risky, and he does. Atman will do it. Will Charco? No, Charco will not do it. He's smart. He will stay behind the Red Bull. Yeah, Charleston, after dominating Zandvoort and not getting his chance of victory crushed by a safety car at the end of the race, which caused the rest of the field to pit for softs and for medium tires. As yeah, we're going to the final lap of the race, and I think this will be the best battle we'll see in a while. As right now we have Icy and the CJ both fighting, trying to get that podium, but I think CJ will play it safe. He does play it safe, staying behind. Atman, a little bit tap on the wing, but nothing too serious. As Jake Carnaby is also fighting Steffi Boy and Joppe fighting for. Yeah, but also in the background they're fighting like crazy. As we see a little bit contact between the Haas one of the Ferraris. That was Ruben. Oh, we see Lexi. Lexi's losing his rear. He keeps it on the grass. As we'll watch with the rest. As Charles is now going to Lesmo 1 and 2.
I asked Mal Ball to drive for the car, and he says yes. Can I drive in the race?
We'll see about. I think it was a front wing end plate that went there. I have no clue, but I did so. But right now we'll see what will happen as it's still firing there for the final point position. And CJ going down the inside of Adleman. CJ making a move on Adleman. He didn't need to, but he wanted to. He made it in Ascari. He's making it stick in Ascari. Right now he has to hunt down Icy for the last place. But right now we'll ride on board with Charlester. The Aston Martin driver has got his victory hopes crushed in Zandvoort, but he will take the sprint win. And the 10 points for him. As Charleston wins the sprint in Monza, Icy comes home second, CJ in third, Jacob in fourth with penalties, Admin in fifth, and there's Economy in sixth, and Joppe in P7, Savvy Boy in P8, as we see Ruben overtaking Top G on the line, as Joe gets P11, and Top G finishes the last point. Lexi not having the best results, but it will be Aston Martin with the cheers today. Relax, jij. In my opinion, if we're going on pure pace, it will be Charleston, but also the drive of IC and both Red Bulls were very good. Joppe also collected Epic Gamers IC, yeah. CJ as well. But yeah, shit happens, stuff happens, but yeah. But yeah, we'll go and see what will happen in qualifying now. I'll quickly turn on my lights. Yeah, you mean like... Yeah, but I think it's better. That's...
Sander, could I race for the car if Malball says I can?
I think that maybe could be done, but I don't know if I could still invite you, but yeah. No, I think you can't actually, because we have an Alfie in the lobby who is spectating, so I think you can't, sorry, Kobe. No, I wanted to drive. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, no, we're now in qualifying. So we are back again with qualifying. Oh, la, 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 la. Bro, what the fuck? That's some discrimination, you monkey. How dare you? How dare you discriminate me?
Is it too late?
That's crazy. You're weird. You are, my friend. I can tell that. Zet your beetjes up. No. No. What shiver me timbers. As we are back with racing again, Leclerc is one of the first. I think it's one of the. Is it? No, it is Joppe. Will be the first of your drivers to set a lap, and there's already an validation for him going into the shoes. Yeah. What can I? Can't I burp? What is this racist? I wasn't actually. I was more focused on driving since I was a driver. No, I didn't actually. Even though I fucking shit-funked it myself off the track twice, but yeah, that is not...
Malball said I could race.
Yeah, but Kobe, there's an issue. We have an Alfie in the lobby who is spectating at the moment, so yeah, I can't invite you. There's not enough room for you, sorry. I think I invite you, it will say the session is full. As we see some blocking going on as Lexi quickly gets out of the way, but I don't know what the Haas was doing there. But I think it was Joe. No, it was CJ. Jay-Z, I mean. Jay-Z needs to pay some good attention because that was very reckless. And yeah, Job has abandoned his lap. But this could be some issues as Leclerc is now the one who will be the first to set a lap time. And Leclerc, also one of the OGs in the Discord server, of course. Very valid driver, very nice guy as it goes. Right now, we'll see what he can do for the best lap. I think his teammate is down, slowing down Scary. Purple sector 2 for Leclerc going is perfectly for him as CJ is trying to give his teammate a slipstream. But it doesn't work out quietly. CJ was more preparing for his lap. But we'll see what Leclerc will set as the benchmark for the rest to beat. Joppe will have to go again after being lightly blocked. But that could be reported. But we'll see what Leclerc could do. Going across the line, empty his battery. And that will be 20.1 for Leclerc. Will be the benchmark for him. And the time for the rest of them to beat Vrijven at 20.5. It's going to pit lane validated. Joppe is going out again for his lap. Clone and validate as well. We see Jacob with a lap as well. We'll see what he can do. Jacob also has won the most races in tier 2. But we'll see what he can do. Joppe of course 150, but that's after Steffi with 120.1. But yeah, we'll see what Jacob can do. He is pretty quick in qualifying. Some tracks he's very rapid, but we'll see what he can do with the race. And it will be a 190.7 for him. It's a little bit faster. So it's 3/10 faster than his rival, Leclerc. It's a fun fact, these two used to be teammates. Yeah, these two used to be teammates. When they first joined, they were both Alpine drivers. So I think some other people, yeah, Cologne, as Joe is, I think, yeah, is one of the next people. I think it's IC second fastest, just 300 behind his teammate actually. Joe across the line for P6. There's not the qualifying he would have hoped for. JC, I think actually one of the fries is next to cross line. As CJ has validated, I think it's Vrijven with a 119.9. Is it the 120? It's a 190.9, right? So, as we see JC going with 120.7, as the rest will pile up eventually, as it will happen naturally. Joppe with 190.8 is 1/10 behind Jacob. I think no, half of that behind Jacob. So I will keep it with this because it's easier to read. Ruben with 9/10 behind Jacob. As we see the rest pile up, Godzilla with 9/10 behind. That will be a 120.6 for him. Maybe 120.5, but I'm not bothered to check it. CJ's in the pit lane. Charles is out on the lap. We'll ride on board with him. What's the pole? As we see I think that's Red Bull getting out of the way nicely. That's icy. As we'll see what Charles can do. Down to Askai, takes a little bit too much on the inside curb. But battery open, ERS open, across the line he will go. Could cut way more on the inside. 119.4 for Charleston, 4 times behind his medium run in SQ1. But now we're on qualifying, but remember the track will improve at the end, so expect times. Oh, and that isn't allowed, Medi. As Job is out for his out lap. So I think Carnaby is also with his lap. Right on board for him. Also quick purple sector 1 for Kanabi. Throwing his wheel. Going to the corners. So on the medium tires, he's not using his gear to optimal, but he is driving very fast with the medium compound. But we'll see what he can do. Purple sector 2 for Carnaby. He's on the medium tires. He goes too deep in Ascari, and that's his lap will end. And that will be sad for him to see, as he needs to go again. Said he was cooking with those medium tires. Maybe even getting to the pole. We wouldn't know. As the rest will go ahead. And we'll climb up the order. Lexi will go also into his lap right now. It's one pole before. I think he has poled twice actually. I think his first pole was also here in the Alpine, if I remember it. But we'll see what will happen with Lexi. Purple sector 1 for him by far. Sticking this corner in to low gear. Should have taken it in third. Yeah, I think he will stay in fifth gear, which is good. Doesn't lift off that much, but he has traffic in front of him, but they move out the way perfectly for him. Going down to the last 2 is enough on the curb. He has a Ferrari ahead of him, which he may get a slipstream off. It's Ferrari fan on an outlap. He needs to let Lexi pass if he doesn't want any trouble. Going down into Ascari. Takes it safe, not too much, but this purple in the second sector is on the curb at the end. Doesn't invalidate though. He has a nice slipstream of the Ferrari ahead of him, and Lexi would very much love that slipstream from Ferrari fan down to Ascari we go, as it will be the lap of the century maybe if Lexi could put this together. Cross line go, overtake will stay on, and across the line 190.3, 110 faster than Charlester, and Lexi is on provisional pole as we speak. Jacob is out right now with his lap, and we can see what he will do with his lap. Jacob, also very quick driver, has fallen off a little bit recently, but maybe he can still improve and show us why he's that quick. And Jacob validates as I'm out to speak. Sparfan's also busy with his lap. Leclerc is in the pit lane. Steph Boy is out with his outlap. Actually, I'm gonna expect the CJ because he has not set a lap time yet. He's drifting through the corners. CJ, also known as Charker, was a previous Williams driver, won in Spain in the wet, of course. After that magnificent drive, but right now we have to see what he can do in Monza. Going across, sit a little bit. He's on the limit and trying to improve as much as he can. He doesn't have a lap time as we speak. He needs to get maybe in the top 5. Try to get close to his teammate to help him in the race. 6th gear is it for Ascari, which can be possible, but he's taking a way too wide line. Going down straight, 190.4 is still enough for P3. Very good that time from Charker. Up to PS5, and from the home crowd he will take P4 for the Scuderia. His teammate Ruben is down to P13. Canby has another validation, but he needs to slap, otherwise it will be his final lap, and then he will not send another lap time, as Top G is also busy with a lap right now. Benji, how's it going for you, mate? Alrighty, as Carnaby will start his flyer lap. Charles is also on his out lap, and the rest will go in for their in laps. Right now it's almost 9 PM Central European time for me, as Mivko shoves his wheel into the corners, doesn't take it in 3rd gear, surprisingly, but I think he uses automatic gears, which is not smart. But we'll see what he can do. Going down into as purple sector 1 for him. It's on the limit, and it will stay the limit. Smithko is trying to push his car to perfection to try to get that pole position, that maiden pole. He got it in his Antwoord, but is he able to take it away again in Monza? We'll see as he goes to Ascari, purple section again for him. He's flying. Mifko, he evaded last time, he doesn't. It's on the line. And Carnaby, maybe he can go into the 118s. We don't know. We have 5 minutes to go. It's 5 minutes we have to go. But we'll see what he can do going across the line. But right now, as you speak, it will be difficult. But we'll see what he can do. He doesn't have any ERS left. Will be 90.1 for Carnaby. And it will be 2/10 faster than Lexi's time. And Charles is now also on the lap. But can he beat his rivals? Almost 2/10 up. But he needs twice the amount of time to beat his rival. But we'll see what he can do. Charles to cross the line. He will go. It will be P2, but it will not be enough. Half a tenth he misses on provisional pole. CJ is also on the lap and he goes wide. Going wide in Lesmo. Taking the DRS board with him. He avoids Top G, who's driving behind him. And Top G is weaving a little bit, trying to get temperature in the tires. Leclerc is still in the pit lane. Steffi is on a lap right now as we speak. And right now it will be Steffi against the world. Steffi, your previous Monza winner, of course, in the Ferrari, now is in the Williams driver. But we'll see what he can do. 6th gear, and it goes wide, but it's not. It's just between what he needs to do to stay in the limits, going to the Lesmos. We'll see what he will do in the second sector. We'll see the rest. Just to out, Shark is in the pit lane. The top, also Thrive and Lexi also on the pit lane. He isn't up on this time. Lexi is not up. I mean, Steffi is not up on this time. We'll see what he can do. But we'll see what it will stay for him. Because, I mean, he might as well pit if he's not up on his delta. And I think it will be rough for him. But Steffi, we're going to the pit lane. I think he will resume. You know, he will go into the pit and Steffi will have to try again at some time. As JC is up a little bit and Steffi retired. And it will be P12 maximum for him if the people behind him don't improve. But right now, it's Steffi. Not the best weekend from the previous winner in Monza. JC is pushing his ass to the limit. Trying to get as much out of the car as he possibly can. He is a very quick driver. Has driven in Tier 1 before. In the early stage of the league. Was moved down to Tier 2. But yeah. Stuff happens. But right now it will be JC. And as JC will go P13 for him. A little bit of improvement but not too much. Top 6 is currently in the pit lane. Ice is out. He is on a hot lap. It will probably be his last hot lap of the session. As we will drive on board with him. Literally nothing else. No leaderboard, nothing else. Just the pure sound of the Honda engine. The Honda powertrain from the Red Bull. Delivery that has been the same since 2016. Purple Sec 2 is 3/10 up on his Delta. We'll see what he can do going through Ascari. Takes it nicely, takes it safe. Maybe in 6th gear to win more time, but right now it will be icy against the world. And I said this too many times, but right now he needs 7/10 to try to get provisional pole. But I think it will be enough, maybe, to get close. As Joppe is disqualified for driving the wrong way, and we see, SV Icy climbed to P4. I don't know what happened with Joppe. But yeah, as Icy going straight ahead, and this is not allowed. This is not allowed. So we'll quickly remark on it. No, it hasn't. I have no clue. But as right now we're in the final stages, as Charleston has a validation, he needs to go again. Gonna be as a validation. They're okay. But Helly boy, we'll see what will happen next season. As all the drivers are out on their hot laps as we speak right now. Is Icy moves out the way, but he will get a penalty through his way after cutting the chicane to turn 1. As I think C is one of the first drivers. I think he's Fry fan. Fry is actually one of the first. We'll ride on both of him because I think Charleston can't be both in validation, so they will need to go again. But right now it is Ferrari fan in front of the Tifosi, trying to get Paul away. He is now in P6 as we speak right now. He's ahead of Jacob, the championship leader, going into, of course, his rounds. Right now it will be still Ferrari fan. And we'll try to do as Chark is behind him. Actually, Leclerc is also on the lap. Everyone's out except for JC and Gaming Zil and Finn. Qualifying is over. And it is a purple sector 2 for Fryvan, but he's not much up on his Delta. Maybe this in the Sky we can win a lot of time. But the Ferrari driver needs to a mega last sector to try and improve. I think Charles is pulling into the pit lane. His qualifying is over. Yes, Carnaby, I don't know if Carnaby is driving still, but right now it will be Fryvan. We'll see what he can do. Cross line he will go. He doesn't activate his overtake button just at the end, which isn't smart. And CJ goes fast with a 190.0, just beating out Carnaby, but Carnaby is on the lap. Charles as well is also on the lap. We're watching both Charles. CJ has provisional pole position. Jacob finishes P4, just behind Charles. But right now it's Charles. He's gaining a little bit of time, but it's not enough. He needs that final sector to stick together for provisional pole position. But right now it's the McLaren driver who's back on pole after not scoring his pole. Not scoring a pole position. Right now it will be Charleston. We see one of the Alpines has stopped. He retired from the session on track, which will maybe cost that. Advance down in P15 will not improve. But right now Charleston across the line will go. Charleston across the line. It will be enough. 190.0. Just enough. But right now Carnaby is done. Or is he? He is. Carnaby is done for qualifying. As CJ gets P2, but Charleston is back on pole again. But also Icy is also done. As Fryvan is done, Leclerc finishes P9. As Joe is now in P11, and this is the rest of the grid. Job is disqueued, but I think it was a tactical issue, so I cannot restart the lobby just to give him his place back. So yeah, I think, yeah. As I heard that Carnaby didn't have any fuel left, but it will be Charleston, the Aston Martin, who's back on pole and will take 3 points for qualifying in Monza. Yeah. Pancakes. Because I like them more. That's the reason why I like them more. Oh, it is raining in the race, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness me, I did not expect that. We have a full wet race, it looks like. But right now, yeah, it will be rain. It will be full wet for them, and right now people are screwed. And I hope for some people that have a full wet setup, otherwise they will just struggle like crazy. Because Park for me is on and they cannot change setups. What a beautiful commentary for the formation lap, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I think, I don't know. I hope they do, but I think not still. Yeah, I saw that. I'm quickly gonna grab something to drink, cause I need this for this race. Hola. That's rude. It will be possible, yeah? Yeah, it will be tough, but Job is the last of the cars to park his car. Yeah, I think I wish you would dominate these guys in his weather. Job is cute from the back, but right now it will be the rest. It will be 5 red lights on for a wet race, just like in 28. As it's the right side, and away we go. I think I see one of the V-Carbs having a good start. That's Lexi again with a very good start. As you see the rest going out, Lexi already up to P2, is behind Charles. CJ falling back a little bit. And we see cars in the back of both Red Bulls. Leclerc and Jacob going. Leclerc has spun around. I think one of the Reds, also Jacob, has been collided as well. Leclerc needs a new front wing. As Charles keeps the lead, as Lexi and CJ is also caught up in the carnage, is down to P5. 5 and up to P4. That Fosu loved that. And Jacob has a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flag. As Shark gets pushed off by the grass, it's gonna be struggling. They're all struggling out there. As they're going 3 wide into Lesmo 1. As Carnage, as we see Icy going off track, as getting collected as well by Steffi, not looking in his mirrors. Ruben going into gravel. This is what weather does in in Monza. Jesus Christ. Yeah. We are and Lexi has moved up to the lead. Yeah, Leclerc not having any front wing, and Cologne also not having a front wing. But Lexi is finding a Carnaby trying to go down the inside in Lesmo, pushes Lexi off, and Carnaby will get a penalty from that because that was unacceptable. That will probably be a 5-second time penalty for him. And we see. Ooh, Top G, yeah, spun. He's going to the pit lane as Leclerc's behind. He needs to change his front wing. He will probably. Yeah, as Jacob as well. And it will be rough for them. Championship leader is now down to last. As Joe got. Yeah, 10-second time for no yellow flag. They are. Leclerc is gambling it. They are gambling it. But I think Leclerc is taking notes from CJ, who did the exact same thing in ESR, who also pitted to the Inters. It was quite quick, actually. But if he can keep it on the road... But yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah. Jalster moving to Ascari. We see all the drivers drifting through Ascari. It's gonna be as Lexi, it's gonna be a CJ up his rear wing. As gonna be is now past the V-Cup driver going to Paribodica. As Gonna be goes deep. Oh yeah, Gonna be goes wide and this opens the door for CJ to come climbing through. And CJ moves up to Lexi as well. As this is beautiful racing we see here, right here. As CJ fast lap and now is going for the lead. And CJ will probably lead Grumpy if he can overtake Charles, but Charles keeps his battery on, and I think CJ will go for the dive bomb. Down to turn 1 he goes. Try to brake the car, try to make it so the car will stop. As Lexi takes advantage of it. As it will be a close call with them. As Lexi will take the lead after taking it, as Jacob will leave, has left the session actually. He didn't retire, so I will invite him back. So, yeah, poor Jacob. Also poor Leclerc. Very poor for him. Malaxi keeping his lead, already pulling away a little bit. Right at the top, as Clone Casey has also left as well. So I need to invite him back as well. Nah, that's sad. As Charles is charging behind him, and Economy is falling back a little bit. Not that much, but the dryline is forming a little bit on the... Nah, not that much, but I think this is not what I expected from the race, actually. Yeah, Top G Leclerc is fighting for P18 17. The final point positions are from Steph with a fast lap. He's gaining a little bit on his teammate, as Stark is still... yeah? As Ruben goes to the pit lane, he goes to the Inter, so Leclerc and Topsy may have done the right call and went on the Inters in the right time. So we'll see what will happen there. Jacob is still ghosting. I will invite him back again. So I don't know what will happen, but I hope he joins back. But right now, yeah, the Inters are quicker. The Inters are faster. So Leclerc and Top G made a very good call, actually, to go to the Inter tire. And this will help them a lot. It may even dry up at the end. We don't know. Right now, it will stay Inter, and Leclerc and Top G are the fastest guys on track. Joe, he's still driving, but... right now, Job is already up to P10 after the carnage start. But I think this will be a fun as Lexi and Charles are fighting for the lead still, as Charles takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and Lexi rear ends him, going on into Paribodica. Lexi taking Charles from behind. That will be something you say in the bedroom, but not also on the Formula 1 track. But yeah. I don't know. We'll see what Leclerc and Top G will set for lap time. As Adam gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and his teammate goes in as well. Both Sauers in the pit lane, it was double stack, but Abdomen has a 10-second time, so his teammate needs to wait the whole 10 seconds, I believe. Or does he? No, he does not. So they will wait, but the Inters are quicker. It will be on the cut point because it's CJ is still faster. We'll see what the fast lap are. Yeah, Top G 131.1. Fast lap at the moment. Yeah, they are quicker. They're almost 1 second quicker than the top. So right now it will be a hunt for Top G, and as Abdomen gets ahead, and Leclerc and Top G are ahead of Finn. But Jacob disconnected. I don't know what happened with him. I tried to re-invite him, but sad to see that our championship leader will probably score then not that many points in this race. As I was going for you, Benji, with spectating Charlester. I was going with spectating Charlester. Yeah. As CJ goes to the pit lane for the Inter tires, he doesn't get a 10-second time, which is good, but the rest will continue. As IC again fastest 1:21.1, it will drive, but will again.
Get me that McLaren seat in season 2. He'll be driving both tires.
Oh, it's Leclerc! Leclerc going wide in Ascari. I was reading Hellraiser's message, and yeah, as the rest job is 12 after pitting on the Inters. But right now we'll see what will Top G set actually for a time. Yeah, the dry time is forming on the circuit. Will he go quicker? He doesn't actually. He doesn't go fast lap. So it may be on the cross point, but we'll see what will happen with our drivers. But right now we'll see what will happen. Charles is still. We'll see also what CJ will do if he gets past, because he's now behind the Inter. He's now behind the wet runners. We'll see what he can do, and he's gonna go past Clone very easily because that is an AI and that's a ghost. As CJ moves up to P11, as Joe's AI is letting Ferrari fan go past, who's on the Inter tire. As also, Joe is back again in the race. So Icy is fight, and the fight for the lead is still going on. Godzilla is fighting with Icy, and Icy make contact with each other. And it's not looking too good, but the dry line is formed. Are they going to pit? We see Lexi going to the pit lane, Carnaby going to the pit lane, and Charles as well. As Godzilla takes lead of the Italian Grand Prix, JC is behind him as well. Icy is also staying out. Steffi is staying out. As the top runners go into the pit lane, but will the undercut work for Charker and for Ferrari fan? They will go. Ferrari fan has undercutted CJ. Ferrari fan fast lap 1:31.7, and CJ will be ahead of his rivals by a mile actually, by a distance, and the undercut worked as we're now already in the 130s. This race is crazy, and how did you know, Benji, how the Inters were faster actually? Because you said you heard somebody. Ooh, as we see Leclerc and Top 2 fighting for P. Yeah. As Leclerc right now is behind Top G, fighting for the final point positions. No, I do not. I'm speaking Dutch. He speaks, I think, Swiss or German. I think I saw somebody moving and making a move as JC and Godzilla are still fighting, very beautiful, but I think they will pit actually. JC doesn't have enough fuel actually, but they will go into the pit lane. Yeah, they will. You need to brake though, they need to brake, as they both. Godzilla has a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I don't think, yeah, JC doesn't have it, IC doesn't have it as well. Steph is also in the pit lane. And Ferrari fan will take the lead in front of the Tifosi. As will be a Ferrari again leading the way, as Chark is on the hunt for that P1. He's hunting down the Ferrari. As the rest, I think, yeah, Carnaby will move up into P2. As Jacob has joined back, but he's still on the wets. The poor guy was. The P4 is now down to P19. Joe's also in the pit lane. He will move down as well to P18. And that will be his race over as well. He won the problem. Maybe he will score points with some other drivers. DNF in front of him. Right now, it will stay the same. As Ferrari fan leading away with CJ not far behind with 1 second. And the Carnaby not closing the gap between the two. Carnaby is losing his battery actually. He doesn't have that much. He's only at 20% left. As the Charles is also draining his battery. Lexi's behind him. Ooh, going wide for Lexi. That may be a track limit. Godzilla is P6. Then Abdomen as well. After making some good calls on the tires. Ruben is up to P8 as well. As we go to the position gained. As Athen and Godzilla both 1-8. Ferrari from P7 is now leading the way. Clone is now up P6. And Job is also up in the points. Yeah. Leclerc has the last 6 position with his shunt with, I think it was Jacob on the start. But if you can clip very beautiful camera angles, that would be nice. As Game Godzilla will move up as I will watch CJ 29.6 for him. He's hunting now, gonna be 29.4 and 28.9 for Lexi. So the times are changing, and Jacob retired from the session, and it will not be point for your championship leader. He will retire in Monza. So his rival, closest rival. Yeah, but he retired on the track. So if that's reported, it will be an issue. You got kicked out of the server. Yes, Leclerc moves up to P14. That will be 2 points for the... CJ didn't win. I will invite you back, mate. No problem. You need to leave the lobby. Yeah, for me you left, so yeah. But CJ is behind Ferrari fan right now and is hunting that victory. CJ is very good in the wet weather, as we can see. And right now he has a full battery compared to the Ferrari. And CJ is going to go it around the outside on the exit of Ascari. And CJ takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix after pinning for the Inters and making the undercut, overtaking Ferrari at their home track. And will be 2024 all over again, where we have a Ferrari versus a McLaren battle. But in that year, Ferrari won. So I think Ferrari will try to take it again and try to claim victory. As it will be Ferrari fan down the inside. He will go and he taps CJ on the rear. It doesn't affect him too much, as IC has the fast lap 128.6. It will be an extra point for the Red Bull construction team. But yeah. So yeah. I heard that Jacob had issues with not being able to take control, so that's a game issue. So that is very rough for him. As Fryfin sending it into turn 3 or 4, and Carnaby is grinding. Oh, in the gravel for him! That will lose him some time. Carnaby is pushing that Williams car, but he lost almost 6 tenths doing that. So yeah, CJ is ahead, and he is driving away from his rival. Now already 1.1 seconds, as he's trying to cool his tires actually. Through the wet line. Purple sector 2 for CJ. And he's trying to get away from it. IC and Abdomen are fighting in the background. We see Abdomen, IC getting past Abdomen. JC's behind. And Abdomen is tapping the Red Bull driver on the rear. And Game Legend getting a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As Job also, Leclerc as well. I think I saw somebody with a purple sector there. And Top G as well. Everyone getting track limits in the Ascari. As Joppe and Leclerc are fighting it. Oh, but the rain is losing it up. Maybe we'll even see dry tires, but we'll see what will happen. We have 18 laps to go, 17 laps to go. Nah, that would be crazy. As Abdomen and CJ, JC are also fighting. Abdomen is ahead again of the driver, but right now it will be a sprint to turn 1. As we see IC going down the inside of Abdomen, and that will be P7 for him, trying to get P6. Oh, close calls. Leclerc and Job are fighting it out as well. Both very good drivers, and Leclerc is now into P13, and it will stay there. 12. As Gamernet gets past Cologne for the final point position for Mercedes. Job, your previous winner at Zandvoort is now down into Jesus Christ, why I have so many messages in Discord? I have like 100 pings alone from servers. I don't. Yeah, but those are some Discord servers. That, yeah. Oh, that's not good. You should probably ban that old account there from your Discord, to be honest. No. Yeah, that's not the smart, but Jacob... Yeah, that is a good thing, but... So I will quickly grab the standings after the Zandvoort. Because we'll see what will happen in this race. Jarka leading comfortably with 1.4 seconds. Ferrari not being able to hold up with him. That or Gotza getting a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So we'll see what will happen actually. As Icy and Gotze is also fighting for P6 as Icy gets past the Alpine driver who has also a 3-second time penalty, so that will kind of That will not help him at the end of the race. Right now I'm gonna grab real quick the standings of Zandvoort. Yes, I have not seen a red flag all this game since like in a previous race in other leagues where they put it on increased just to fuck around with people. We don't do that here. We want racing as Finn gets the 3-second time penalty, and that will not help his charge to the points as he's fighting. Yeah, of course. Yes. I mean, the league was pretty corrupt, so that was the whole reason. Oh, we see a yellow flag, and that's Icy. Icy made a mistake, Empire or he had contact, but is now down to P11. We were talking about another shit league, but right now, this will be rough for Icy, as he's now down to P11 and needs to hunt again. As Ruben gets a fast lap down to P10 actually, the Ferrari, while his teammates up into the podium places fighting for the win actually. Stark is holding up Ferrari fan, trying to get McLaren's first tier 2 win, or first win even, since Kota season 1, no, Imola season 1 actually. This will be a very nice achievement for Charker to win another Grand Prix, especially in the wet weather. As JC and Ruben are fighting in the background, as JC is actually ghosting, as Ruben is behind him, driving to find a way past the Ferrari driver. It was previously McLaren. Ooh, with the step of Ruben, keeps on the road as Icy is now behind him with 6 tenths. So we'll see what will happen there. Right now I need to change some stuff. Yes. I did. I can maybe do that. Why? Yeah, that's annoying, yeah. Yeah, that's annoying, yeah. It is quite rough. I also need to change a lot of drivers. Wait, what? No, I changed. Yeah, I sacked Sebastian. Yeah. Driven. Learn your vocabulary, matey. You said driven. You said droven. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did. As I see actually Ferrari fan is getting close as Top G and Joppe gets past Top G, moving up to P12. As Leclerc is also still behind there, fighting for the final couple of points. As Ferrari fans caught up a little bit, but Carnaby also staying away a little bit. Yeah, Carnaby is losing, but he's now has Charleston behind him. The two rivals from the previous race in Zandvoort going wheel to wheel, going to the Roposta, and Charleston getting ahead of him, going into turn 4. And Charleston is now back up in the podium places. Carnaby's behind him, and Lexi, as JV is now into the pits again. But he has a 10-second time for speeding in the pit lane, and it will be hard. He will fit the hard tires. And it's still raining though, so I don't know what his call is. Maybe even to the mediums, I think that's better. see, Cologne going to the inters, and then finally, after driving on them for eternity, Jark is sliding through Ascari. But he knows he has to keep this up in order to try and win the Italian Grand Prix. Right now, it will be difficult for them to keep it up. Right now, it also will be a challenge for the rest of the drivers. As Lexi gets past Carnaby falling down the order, and Lexi now moving up to P4. And that will be the hunt going down for the podium, as we see. And Alpine, I think, at Top G. Top G has spun going into Paribodica, is now down to P14. And that will be Joe, is now up to P15. Fighting with Gamer Legends, and he's now up into the final place of the points. Yes, currently the top 3 is the battle we have the best eyes on for right now. Right now, it still will be a tough battle for the rest of the drivers to keep this up and try to do something about the results. Right now I'm editing some driver names. If you're wondering what I'm doing, we need to add the drivers to the list. If we also want to do the standings, so that's also a precaution we have to do and have to make. As I'm editing Vgpr right now as we speak. The Belgian flag is added to his name. Race number I will add in a minute. Right now I'm looking at the current grid we have as well. Because some drivers are not on here as we speak. But yeah, it still will be a tough fight for the rest. Right now, it still will be a fun race to watch. Oh, we see Lexi going wide going to Ascari as Carnaby gets that place back. And Charles has pulled away from the two and is now hunting down Fryfan in P3, and he has 11 laps to do it. So we'll see if he gets close to it, but he's losing time. A lot of time actually on the exit. And it's drying up actually. It's drying up quite nicely, but Finn is on the hards. We'll drive a little bit on board with him, but I think he's losing a lot of time compared to the CC front face. Joppe moves up into P11 as we see Carnaby in the pit lane for dry tires. A very early stop from him. It's not stopped raining yet, so it will be an early pit stop for Carnaby, but it will be tough for him. So he might have just thrown away his race, but Leclerc is still going with the inters, as the rest of the field as well is still gonna go with the inters. These are tires right now. Is Topsy also going to pit? Joe going in the pit. They will fit the dry tires, I assume. But it's wet as another 10-second time, heading out. We're speeding in the pit lane. So it will be something. But right now, they're all going on the slicks. But we'll see what will happen for Fryfan! No! Oh, Fryfan getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limits. And this will help Charker. It stopped raining as we speak right now, but it's still dry. It's still not dry enough. So we'll see what the rest will do. I hope that they stay out and they will not pit, because it's way too dry. Charker will stay out. As Wendy will get another 10-second time for corner cutting. So that will be 20 seconds to his name. as the rest will stay out. I don't think any other drivers will go into the pit lane. Icy is now up to P5 again, and is teleporting a little bit all over the place. So right now it will stay as it stays. But as we speak right now, as we see more drivers pulling in the pit lane, we see Steffi going on the mediums. We see Gaming Zilla having a testing time, needs to wait. Ruben going to the pits, going to the slicks. And this will be something that they need to worry about. But I will keep an eye on the tires and when the tires will change. As we see also Abdomen having to stay until pitting to the medium tires. But it is still early for the slicks runners. But we'll see what will happen and what the rest will do. Jarker is pulling away more as we see yellow sector 1. I think it's Ruben. Ruben, the Ferrari driver. Maybe having spun. I think that's the case. It's very wet for the slicks as we speak right now. So they will struggle a lot. Right now it will be difficult for them to control the car. But I think the Inters are still quicker as we speak. But we keep an eye out on the sector times as we go look at who are already on the dry tires. It's the top 9 all the way down to 17 who are all on the dry tires. As we pay close attention to the delta times. And I think CJ is pitting. CJ is going to the pit lane. Trying to undercut. Trying to overcut his team as Charleston goes longer. As we see CJ pitting for the mediums. Lexi and Charleston both continuing. Oh, Lexi sliding to tier 1. Just like sliding in the DMs of a girl you try to get. But we'll see what the rest will happen. DRS isn't enabled yet. But I think they will have a very rough time, the medium runners. In this couple seconds. But we'll keep an eye on the delta times between Joppe and it is gaining time. Yellow sector 3 and then I think... Who is that? That is Icy. Icy is... Oh, Icy spun! Icy and resetting the track isn't allowed as well, mate. So you get the penalties as well. And yeah, JC Leclerc getting past Icy. Ooh, Leclerc going off track. And this could be removed because this is not corner cutting. Because he overshot himself. Oh, what is Icy doing? Icy just trying to go around Leclerc, but he retired, and this is not how he's driving, like, guys. I don't know if Leclerc has damage. I think he has damage, but what was Icy doing there? Both Red Bulls are out. The top 2 drivers in the championship are both out of the Italian Grand Prix, and CJ's past Lexi. CJ's past Lexi as well. As right now Charleston is pitting as well. And I think it's better now for the dries. And Gamingzilla also retired. Oh, he DNF'd actually. Gamingzilla retired. He's standing there. He retired on track. Never mind. So that will be him. You're fucking. He's pitting for sauce. Oh, Charleston. Oh, Charleston. Easy on the gas, mate. Oh, Charleston. And Lexi. Getting a 10-second time for spinning in the pit lane, so that will ruin his race. Joppe is now up to P5. But CJ is now leading with 7 seconds. 2 is behind. JC moving up is also pitting, is now up to 6. Joppe spun around as well. They're all going to the slicks, but they're spinning and not behaving their tires. As I think it will be, yeah, nobody's on the Inters. No, nobody's on the Inters, except for Clone. We're still on the Inters. But yeah, it will be. Oh, that's rude. But to be hated. Yeah, but right now it will be tough. But Jarker has done actually nothing wrong. He's not spun at all. He's not gaining time like anything. Like he's still down on his delta as we speak right now. But he's sliding with them tires as Carnaby moves up. Oh, Carnaby moves up, but loses the rear. Fryvan has to cut the corner to avoid the collision. And Carnaby pushing on them tires as Charleston catches up to him. The pole sitter of the Italian Grand Prix is now behind. As Fryvan lets them go after getting, I think, an illegal overtake, I presume. As Fryvan moves up the podium. As Charleston is now behind. He's now behind Carnaby. Leclerc is still having the front wing damage, holding on that 7th place as Job is behind him. But I think Charles will try to overtake. He does so, and Moose, I think, and gonna be fighting it with all his might. But Charles has way too much overspeed. It's gonna be dives down the inside, trying to defend his position. And it works out. Charles cutting the track actually for being forced off, and Fryfen goes through, and that will be P2 for him again. Charles gonna 3 seconds. He gotta be getting pushed off track, but right now this will be as it stays with Lexi. Lexi spun actually. Lexi spun round and has front wing damage, and he will go into the pit lane to change his front wing. And Joe, yeah, nobody is improving on the times. It's still dry, not dry enough actually for Inters. I think it's still wet. I don't know if DRS is enabled. It's not, but yeah, see, it's now dry enough. Now it's dry enough for the slicks. CJ's gone quicker in the middle sector. As Fryfen is also improving, is not improving that much, but Jarka will probably take home the victory with this drive. Yeah, so it will stay. The fight for P2 will stay out. But CJ, yeah, 26.9 will be the fast lap as we speak. So it's now drier. So now it's dry enough for Slick. Lexi will come out to the pit lane, and Lexi spun again actually, and lost again his front wing end plate. Yeah. Leclerc getting a 3 sec, and Leclerc getting a 3 second time for corner cutting for multiple warnings. Joppe is behind him as we see the position gains. As we see Joppe and JC also being one of the favorites. But also we having Icy, Jacob, Alexi losing more than 10 positions. As we see yellow sector 3, I think that's Finn. Finn who spun actually going into Ascari. And yeah. And we see Lexi ghosting and holding, and is now behind the front two. Top 3, and Lexi will get lapped after this. But I think we have some reports that we may have to do right now. No, Lexi just goes for being lapped. That's the reason. I can't be getting a 3 second time penalty for multiple track limits. As we see, oh wait, did we see? Carnaby lost it in a moment. I just realized that Charles is still behind him. As Williams actually scoring P4 and P5, which are very good points for them. Jalster down the inside, he tries to get past Fryfen. DRS is still not enabled yet. And Fryfen and Jalster turning in on him a little bit. And Lexi again getting a 10 second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I don't know what's wrong with him. And he retired. So that is what he did. He retired from the session. We have 4 retirements.
Instant go to bed and mute my phone grinning squinting face.
Yeah, I think I should declare fast lap of a 126.7. I will take home a point from him, as CJ is still leading the way after a magnificent drive from his 4 more laps to go to bring it home. Fryfen fighting for the podium against Charlester for the last podium place for P2. As Carnaby is now down the order, still sliding over places. His teammate is catching up with him rapidly. Right now, this only battle we have here is Charlester and Fryfen. And Charlester trying to go down around the outside on the scar. I think he will break later. Early, I mean, and that is done. Fryfen breaks later. Cuts. Can't speak for a minute. As yeah, DRS is still not enabled. It's still dry. It's still wet, but not that, because I think, like, I don't know if you're quick with slicks at this point, but DRS is still not enabled. As we still have 3 more laps to go. As Fryfen gets fast lap 126.4, it's getting faster. That is the case, but Charleston cannot catch up with Fryfen. As multiple cars are getting track limits. Oh, Charleston losing in the rear end. Not having too bad, as we see Leclerc having 12 seconds, JC having 16, Joppe with fast lap in the 125s. So Leclerc will lose a lot of position, and yeah, Game Legend having 26 as DRS is enabled, and right now the fun will begin for Charleston and the rest. Maybe for Steffi. Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, SJ also yeah, these type builds are kind of ridiculous, guys. Come on. I did, thank you very much. Water. Yes, JV gets a 10-sec time again for speeding in the pit lane. I know what he's doing, but he's not doing anything right. Joppe gets also a 3-second time penalty. Perfect fast lap at 25.2 for him. I have no clue what the fuck that is. Yeah. Why you? Joppe fast lap 125.0 as Charleston has disconnected actually. Oh, this is not good for him. I'm inviting him back as quickly as I can because this is really bad for him. This is not what you want to see. Yes, yeah. Job is now all yeah. Wait, what? You're driving right now. You're still ghosting. Charles has joined back. Yeah, Charles has joined back. Yeah, don't. Yeah. As we go on to the final lap of this race, and Charleston not being able to claim second place. But CJ, after starting second on the front row, as this other position gained as Ruben gets past Top G for P10 in the Grand Prix, as Jarker not winning since Spain and getting a podium and getting some couple podiums as another 3-second time we go out to the Mercedes driver. No, that's the AI, so he's disconnected. But Jarker, it will be McLaren's first ever victory since Imola season 1. As Ruben gets a 10-second time for corner cut, I think that will be could be removed. Yeah, that's annoying, Lexi. But CJ will go across the line to win the Italian Grand Prix after starting from the front row. Look, it didn't look good. He did do anything. He did everything right. He may be called the Raymaster in Tier 2 as CJ wins the Italian Grand Prix and will take home 25 points in the pocket. And this will be his maiden victory for McLaren as Fryerfen will finish on the podium. P2 for the Tifosi. Charles the P3 did nothing wrong. Steffi Economy getting home good points for the team. JC is going across the line. He doesn't have any fuel left. And Leclerc is hunting him. Leclerc does it. Leclerc gets ahead of him still. But he will stay as he will drop back due to his time penalty. Abdomen will stay as Leclerc will finish on P8, I assume. As Top G and Ruben. But Ruben got the 10-second time, but maybe removed. But as it speaks right now, it will stay as it is. Joe will finish on P12 for Haas. There will be a couple of points he can bring home. As the rest of the grid also finishing, as Clone and Finn have been lapped. And Benedy, one of the few first drivers to go on the slicks, is still sliding on the hards. Will finish, but the main man who will finish the show and will probably not shut up about it for the next couple of days will be Charker after winning again in Imola. We're fucking Monza, Jesus Christ. I said it. Me. It was actually raining, so yeah. These are your results for this is today Italian Grand Prix, and there will be more points, but right now we will see what the points total will have ended up. But sadly, we don't have Red Bull, who will not score any points. But right now, it will stay as it is. As also, we see JC running out of fuel. But these are the results we have for the weekend. These are the results we have for the race, for the sprint. These are the results we have for the race. As this was Sander, Vgpr Sander, for commentating in Tier 2 Monza. And we'll see you next week in Mexico City. And Benji, of course. We'll see you all later and have a fine